Hi, my name's Beth, and I'm a programming assistant for the St. Johns County Public Library System. St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner, and I was wondering, did you know that the very first St. Patrick's Day celebrations on U.S. soil actually happened here in St. Augustine? It's true. Back in 1600, the St. Augustine Catholic Church had a priest named Richard Arthur. The parishioners knew him as Riccardo Arturo, and he was from Ireland. So he introduced the parishioners to St. Patrick, and in fact, St. Patrick became the protector of the city's maize fields. So when it came to his feast day on March 17th, they celebrated him for the first time in 1600, and on March 17, 1601, the very first St. Patrick's Day parade on U.S. soil happened right here in St. Augustine. They even shot cannons off at the fort. They had a good time. After Richard Arthur went back to Europe, the St. Patrick's Day celebrations in St. Augustine fizzled out until the 20th century. So, of course, New York and Boston get to claim the longest St. Patrick's Day celebrations in the U.S., but we do have a first right here in St. Augustine. St. Augustine has another connection to St. Patrick. Back in 1887, the Catholic Cathedral of St. Augustine had a major fire, and only the four walls were left standing. So James Renwick Jr., the noted American architect and designer of St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City, came to St. Augustine, and he is the one who redesigned the cathedral that you see today. All right, well, I'm going to walk up the street to Flagler College, and I'm going to meet with local student and dancer Emma Lofland. She does Appalachian clogging, which does derive, at least partially, from Irish dance. Irish dance and clogging are two separate entities, but Emma is going to teach us a little bit about clogging today. So let's go ahead and head over to Flagler College.
Hi Emma, thanks so much for joining me. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I am a student at Flagler College. I'm originally from Asheville, North Carolina, where I have a 13-year background in dance. When I was dancing there, I did mostly ballet and jazz for the first few years, but at the end I dabbled in clogging and even did competitive clogging. So today I wanted to demonstrate a couple of clogging steps for you to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, as clogging does have a lot of roots in Irish step dance and folk dances from the British Isles. So clogging came around the time that a lot of immigrants were coming to America. It's a very old style of dance and was developed primarily in the Appalachian region. So even though it is mainly coming from Irish step dance and the folk dances of the British Isles, it also has roots in Germany and African dances. So many different styles of clogging have been developed, and many different styles are practiced still today. And even from that, we are still finding new ways to innovate this style of dance.
It's really interesting. Would you mind showing me some steps?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, great.
So the first step I'm going to show you is a traditional step. It's called the basic. This is a great step to get you places where you need to go in a dance. It's also a great step just to transition. So it looks like this. And you can speed it up to sound faster and go across the floor faster.
That's so cool.
Right. The next step I'd like to show you is another traditional clogging step, and it is called a turkey. It goes like this.
That was called a turkey?
A turkey, yes. And then there's a lot of different combinations you can have of steps, and they don't always have specific names. This one doesn't have a name, it's just a step that we created in our class. So and then another one, this is a more contemporary step, and this one goes.
Emma, are there different kinds of clogging styles, or?
Yeah, so you could do a flat foot clogging style, and the basis of flat foot is that you do not bring your feet up past your ankles.
Okay.
And this is commonly like done in competitions or in Hoe Downs, and it's not really a group dance thing, but it's more done with like a singular person. And then there's also something called smooth, which I would have to have a partner to do, but it's basically making formations. And you wear specific shoes because it's meant to look like you're gliding, and you do a lot of skirt work.
Oh, neat.
One of the funnest versions of clogging, well not versions, it's traditional clogging, is a hoe down, and that's usually done with a partner. And it's done pretty basically, so you would just do shuffles to get across the floor, and you're going to do different formations and spins to create formations and optical illusions across the stage, and at the very end you would demonstrate your best clogging steps going through up to the stage.
Okay.
This is another contemporary step. Again, it doesn't have a name, but it's a pretty complicated step. So.
Oh, that was great.
And then another basic step that you can do, can't quite remember the name of this one, but it's a great transitional step and a lot of clogging. And this one goes.
That was cool. So, now that you're in college, do you get a chance to practice, or how does that work for you now that you're here in St. Augustine?
So I haven't been able to clog since I started college. I would love to start up again eventually because it's a really fun dance to learn. It's a really great way to exercise as well. And the competitive clogging world is really awesome and a very accepting, fun group of people to be around. And since clogging is mainly done in Appalachia, North Carolina, where I'm from, I hope one day when I go back there from college that I'm able to join a team again and compete. So.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for showing us some of your clogging steps. And we hope you have a very happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, bye.
If you're interested in learning a little bit more about Irish culture, head on over to any local St. Johns County Public Library. We have all kinds of books in our collection to help you on your journey. Things like Ireland, a photographic journey. Or maybe if you're interested in how an Irish priest ended up in St. Augustine, this book, Ireland and the Spanish Empire, 1600 to 1825, might be of interest. Perhaps you want to know about the diversity of St. Augustine back in the 16th and 17th century. This documentary, America's Untold Story, Secrets of the Dead, focuses on just that, the diversity of St. Augustine from its very beginning. If you want to get inspired by more dancing, Irish type dancing, check out River Dance and you can see this wonderful performance. We have all kinds of books in our collection and other types of media, including music CDs of Irish music. So just ask anybody at your local library if you need some help. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun and learned a lot about clogging. I hope you did as well. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment on it, and share it with your friends. Please stay tuned to the St. Johns County Public Library System's website, Facebook page, and YouTube channel for more great programming for adults, teens, and children. Thank you again so much. We'll see you soon at the library. Bye-bye. That was great.